And yet another glorifying day for a Trump news announcement. You know, I was listening to CNN and MSNBC. I can't believe I just mentioned those two shitty organizations. But they have not given President Trump any leniency whatsoever since November 8th, 2016. It's all biased news against him. If a Democrat were in the White House and let's say that Democrat committed troops to the Ukraine, every liberal would be for it. Every liberal would vote yes for it. But being that Trump is Trump, not that Trump is a Republican, but because he is Trump. If he were to do the same, it would be vulgar, it would be blasphemy, Democrats would probably try to figure out a way to impeach him for even suggesting to send troops to the Ukraine or any other country. The biasness in news media has to stop. And if biased news media continues what they're doing, well, I'm really going to be laughing come November 3rd, 2020, when Trump is obviously reelected. You got a good amount of quiet Democrats who probably are all for President Trump. Aren't exactly for him, but they consider him to be the best of the two candidates. If Joe Biden is the best candidate the Democrats can produce, well, then I really feel sorry for this country. And by the way, CNN and MSNBC and all the rest of the liberal media gurus out there, I was reading the comments the other day on all the websites, and it occurred to me, I had an epiphany, that all comments suggested or written, posted on CNN, MSNBC are pretty ignorant. I've always been taught in schools that liberals are articulate, that liberals are educated, that liberals are with the current events. Well, judging by the comments on all your news articles from CNN and MSNBC and New York Times, Vice News, Slate, Raw Story, which is about the worst there is, liberals aren't very well educated. I read the comments on Fox News or on the Daily Wire on YouTube, and the comments are much better, more precise. They actually explain themselves. Liberal news doesn't do that. Liberal news just gives off rants like, oh, dump Trump, or, oh, Trump is completely oblivious to America. If you think he's oblivious to America, what the fuck was Barack Obama? He was about the most oblivious, apathetic president in U.S. history. But because he was a Democrat, he was perfect. At least that's how liberal news likes to portray Democrats. They never portray their flaws, never portray their failures. But if it's a Republican, oh, they're quick to tell you. So do yourself a favor and stop watching news, especially 6:30 evening news. Because if you're watching it, whether you realize it or not, they are definitely influencing your vote. And you're going to be sorry if you end up voting for the wrong guy in 2020. And that wrong guy is Joe Biden. Till next time.